It's crypto's juiciest news, baby dolls. Welcome to you. Let's have a look at that Russell 2000 index. Mr. Russell, he is still hanging around above the highs. It's going to take some time. Remember, this is the final key, the final missing piece that we need for crypto to have its eventual pump to the heavens. Okay, that's what we're waiting for. And the Bitcoin price is around $65,000. Of course, it is American. What else would it be? Here we are hanging out above the zone. Let's go check out the weekly charts. That's probably the most important. As always, friends, the weekly charts, always a source of confirming friendship. Remember when we were down here, man? Remember we were down here, friends? I was just drawing big fat red arrows saying, hey, we are still green on that weekly super trend. I mean, it really is so simple. You don't need to do much. It's just 3 times the ATR, you know, but it's not magic. It's just, hey, it's 3 times the ATR on a weekly chart. Like if you flip red, I mean, it's not like it's, oh, wow, it's time to go bearish now. No. I mean, like if you're using this for big macro time frames, by the time it flips red, your altcoins, they're all down between 60% to 75% by the time they flip this red part. So you can't just exit when they flip this red part. You usually have to just, you know, get some consolidation part you have to get out after. But it's not like you're sending a top. You're sending basically around 50% from the top. You know, it's still good. It's still good, isn't it? I mean, like if you're thinking about someone who has 10K in their portfolio and they run it up to like, you know, they run it up to 200K, 350K, 400K, 500K. They don't know where to sell, and then they use the weekly super trend. Imagine it busts all the way up to 2 million, you know, and then they wait for the super trend to flip red. It comes back down to 1 million. They're around 50% down, you know. It drops more than that, actually. It goes back down to like 700K for you. And then maybe it comes back and floats around 1 million and they get out. So that's a nicer way to at least think about the safety you have when we're moving forward and we're trying to like exit at the very end. If there is going to be some sort of exit, friends, we have no guarantee, you know. We are just guessing, ultimately speculating. It's all you can do. You just pretty much hope that, oh, there's maybe some top signals and stuff here and there. Maybe there's things to be concerned about. That's all you can really pray for. And they're not always guaranteed to actually just go down forever after that red weekly flip. Look at this. This is ChainLink, for example. ChainLink has flipped red on the weekly. So it is a concern. However, if you go back to ChainLink's past, look what it's done before. It had these 2 scenarios where it flipped red, but it just nicked it. And look at this. It flipped red again. It flipped green up here, then bang. This is zombie virus. It flipped red again. But look what it ends up doing. And it continues up forward. So like, if you might even say, oh, what's the problem with like getting out here and then you re-enter up here if it breaks it? But here's the thing, man. You are selling at $2 and you will be buying, let's say like $5.50. Just think about that. You've lost more than half of your position. Man, it's not so easy, friends. There is no perfect formula when it comes to these. Just we are all pretty much guessing. That's why the only way to make it is truly to believe. And the ETH BTC ratio is not moving anywhere pretty much. Still waiting to see what's going on. But at least we have that others BTC ratio that we can zoom in and just pray and hope that we get some sort of confirming of friendship and kindness. A couple of more weeks to continue. Now, friends, we've got some big news today as well. So first big news, right? We're going straight into it. The corrupt SEC have approved the Grayscale spot Ethereum ETF. They have. However, it's a mini ETF. I don't know exactly what the word mini means. And they have this, so you can see here. SEC approves Grayscale spot Ethereum mini ETF. The order granting the approval of proposal rules change to list and trade shares, blah, 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 blah. So there you go. So also Marian saying could just be their listing name because they will sell their shares in fractions of the actual full share price like Satoshi for BTC. Yes. I also saw some posts quickly. Some people are saying that basically, friends, Grayscale is one of the biggest grifts of all time. The fee is still 2.5% per year for Ethereum. Ouch, man. You're losing 2.5% per year. That's a freaking nightmare. You're losing 2.5% of your ETH per year. Man, that's disgusting. And we are obviously waiting for, let's play some pump music as well while we wait, friends. We're waiting for the real Ethereum ETF, which is coming out next week. They're estimated, Tuesday, Wednesday. And yeah, when that happens, we're going to wait and see, of course. Does Wall Street, do these people buy it? Do they actually know what Ethereum is? Now, I saw a poll. A lot of people think it's going to be still the news, which surprised me. So out of these poll, it was 40-ish% believe sell the news, and only like 27% believe it's going to be buy the news. So that's crazy, because you just saw I thought by the Bitcoin ETF, it's going to trap everyone. That's why markets are a moving target. You can guess what you think the crowd's going to be thinking at a certain period of time, but you're not always going to get it right. You literally got to be there. You literally have to be there, so that's what it comes down to. Now, I want to throw this out as well, friends. We're going to wet our beaks with this. Okay, so there's been information here. Look at this. About the Trump gunman, just to show you how rigged this whole thing is. Look, the FBI, so the fancy bananas investigators, finally gained access to Crooks's phone, and he was reported missing by his father in the hours leading up to the assassination attempt. Crooks's father was looking for him hours ahead of the assassination attempt and called police. And he goes, they say, I think this is highly suspicious. Why would they report him missing if he was supposed to be working that day? So this is really smelly. So the kid's 20. By the way, the Phoebe, okay, so the fancy bananas investigators, okay, friends, I can't say more than pretty much once in a stream. So the fancy bananas investigators, they have said, oh, he had no political affiliation, just completely neutral, just like a psycho kid. Yeah, he was on the meds and stuff. Which it sounds so suspicious. It's like the excuse every single time. Like, no one's got any personality. It's just this tool, basically a tool of the government, if you will. And also, this is very sus. So he's a 20-year-old kid, and he's meant to be working that day. Yet for some reason, his parents said he was missing for a few hours, and they called police. So strange, man. Which 20-year-old has a set of parents who, when they don't pick up the phone for like 3 or 4 hours, oh, I gotta call the police. Something's wrong. He could have a ladder and a gun. He can go and shoot the president. Who thinks like that, man? So all these other inconsistencies and everything going on. By the way, friends, there's also these other posts here as well. I was gonna make another post. Apparently, there was like a water tower as well, and there have been reports. There's been 3 eyewitness accounts. People have said they saw someone in the water tower as well, another shooter. Okay, so I don't know how much merit they have. It's multiple people though. It's multiple people. They're in the water tower, so it's multiple people saying that. So look, always, you don't even need to really have all the data points here. You're like, oh, okay, deep state. You're never going to get down to the bottom of it. It's like, friends, we've been going through this for ages. Okay, here's the thing. Even when it comes to like JFK, when the Kia, the Coconut Intelligence Agency, they put the bullet through his head, they trained some dude. Obviously, there's like a lot of these rumors about, something to do with like these different groups. Maybe I think they came from Cuba or something. I forgot. There's all these different theories and stuff. The problem though is all the information that's real, it gets deleted from the media if you're if you're really, really hot, or they'll silence you. That's another thing as well. Or, this is the funniest part, the JFK files, which are meant to be out after 50 or 70 years, they've delayed it. So clearly they were told something. By the way, it was Trump as well. Trump delayed it. He said, oh, when I found what was in it, I had to delay it. So that'd be interesting, right? What was in it? What was in it that was so bad that you found out that the Coconut Intelligence Agency was behind it the whole time? That's crazy. That's actually nuts. Because imagine going to working. Imagine you're president. You know that, oh, they tried to kill the guy before me. They literally, not tried to kill, they did kill the guy before me. Like, they actually put a bullet between him. And how do we even know he's being fed the right information? You don't. That's why everybody in these deep state, everybody who's in the government, these old government workers, they are one party, okay? They're always in the government. It's not Team Red or Team Blue whatsoever. It's deep state. That's it. They're insiders. And who knows? That they're not always feeding the right information. They're always feeding information to coerce people and stuff. Because, they're not held accountable. How can you hold them all accountable? You don't know what you're listening to. So all these things, we have to navigate them in crypto land and just go, okay, you are sus. I don't put my faith in you. I'm still going to stay long and strong. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, friends, it all comes back down to that money printer. That's it. The money printer's on. All this politics stuff's going to be throwing around, all these monkey poo slinging. That's all it comes down to. That money printer is on. The central banks are expanding their balance sheets, all their different quirky buttons and how they do it. And that's all that matters for us. I've also got some breaking news as well, friends. President Donald Trump says he does not want to let another country to take over Bitcoin and crypto dominance. So obviously this is very pro-crypto, which is very good because he's actually saying, you know what? I want to do stuff. I want to make America #1 again. That's what you want, man. Like, ultimately, look, friends, we know he's not going to do everything. We know. Okay, who are these people out here saying, oh, they're not going to do everything they say? Bro, we know that. You know what the Democrats have been literally bringing to the table? Nothing. Zero for everyone. Zero. Literally zero. The only reason they took their foot off crypto's throats is because of competition. That's it. Free market competition. Now, it's not really democracy competition. We know two parties more like insiders and outsiders. We know that. But you get to see it. Hey, at least it does something for us, you know, because we're so insignificant. And ultimately, you know, that's what it comes down to. You know, it's coming down to a fact of, okay, one guy, they're not even trying, bro. Like, bring something to the table. You know, friends, the Democrats, what have I been saying? I don't care about these Republican Democrats. I've been telling you from day one, hey, okay, now that Donald Trump has said, okay, we're going to do this and do that for crypto, hey, Democrats, you should literally just copy paste it and like add another 2 lines to it. And they go, oh, we're going to give you a tax break for this, and we're going to do this and do that. Okay, we're going to make a little crypto city and stuff. Just start throwing stuff like that in. And what happens is they get a bidding war for how much they think actually crypto people are worth. The fact that Uncle Joey Biden, the Democrats, they're not even trying for crypto, that means they don't think we're worth it whatsoever in terms of everybody who supports crypto. We've also got some other breaking news as well. So this is Donald Trump. Donald Trump says Jamie Dildo has suddenly changed his tune on his anti-Bitcoin stance. So Jamie Dildo, the head of JP Mosquito, of course, Bug Eater Central right there, Insider Central, also part owners of the US Fed, but they're all private. You're not allowed to know who they are. So, of course, it's so rigged. It's so rigged. Just go there, just every time. It's so obvious, man. It's so obvious. It's like, friends, just imagine you walked into, I'm not joking, okay? Let's say you walk into a strip club and there are 10 booths, okay? And all of the curtains are closed, but there are 2 security guards in front of one of the curtains, okay? So you go behind one of the curtains, you're like, oh, no one's in here. You go behind another one, no one's in here. And then you're like, hey, Mr. Security Guards, I would like to go to the curtain behind you. They go, no, you can't come in here. And you say, why? They go, get out. No one's in here. You're like, what do you mean no one's in here? Why are you standing in front of here? And they just get you out. That's exactly what's happened on here, friends. It's literally the exact same thing, okay? And when it comes to all these, like, what people call conspiracies, all these deep state stuff, yes, it's like every time you narrow it down, you're like, okay, we would like to find out more information about this. They go, what information? Doesn't exist. Like, what do you mean doesn't exist, bro? You wrote this thing, like, you know, a year or 2 ago. If you had this, oh, we don't know what that is. You're crazy. You're in your meds. So, friends, you know, they do that because it works. It works on the sheep and the population. Like, oh, you don't want to upset the government, do you? You don't want to upset the government. That's why. And here's the thing. People with no influence, government doesn't care. You're just literally like a drop in the ocean, all right? But when you start having 1 million plus followers, Twitter, YouTube, once you're starting to be a celebrity, all right, forget asking questions. As you get to see with the Andrew Tate video of how they get you to sell your soul. They can just do PR campaigns because they can just drain you from your money source. That's it. Once you see, friends, they know, okay, we're only successful because of the money printer. Okay, cool. So they can never turn off the money printer, right? But they know, okay, we just got to get to someone else's money. They always follow the money. Like, who's paying you? Okay, I'll just get that guy to stop paying you. And that's it. You're done. You can't do anything. So, Jamie Dildo, friends. Now, the Bitcoin Spot ETF, it actually has 887,000 Bitcoin. And I'm make a video just to explain to you. I've got more coming out later. I really do think, I hope this is, by the way, the story I'm talking about now is the 2030 to 2040 decade story where the debt fiat Ponzi system is going to come to an end. Like, it's just it's literally mathematically impossible to wind back, okay? You can't. It has to keep inflating, but eventually it dies. They have to kill it. And I think it'd be very logical just to assume that the US government will just take the Bitcoin Spot ETF at whoever's in power at the time, and they'll say, well, we'll give you money for it. We'll just give you, we're going to give you US dollars. They're the best thing ever, right? We give you US dollars. They give you a crappier price. So that's the worst part, right? So let's say the price of Bitcoin, I'm hoping, let's say 2030, 2040 decade. Let's say Bitcoin is like 1.5 million at that time. It's 1.5 million, okay? That'd be huge. And then there'll be a big round of FUD. And it's down like 65%. It's back down to 500K. You lost 2/3 of it. That's when they'll make everyone do the exchange. And then once they give you all the fiat in your bank account, for everybody on the spot ETF, once they US hands it out, they'll say, well, because Bitcoin and crypto, they are doing a speculative attack on the world currency, all those evil crypto people, that's what the language they'll use against all the sheep, and everyone will believe them. Then it's so easy for them to say, okay, but now you can't bridge back to the that crypto land. You have to stay in the traditional fiat system. So basically, that's what they did with gold. You have to hand in your gold. So I can definitely see that happening. Now, they don't need to do that now. Why? Because Bitcoin, it's not worth that much, okay? It's not worth that much. They're printing billions, man. They didn't care about these like a couple of billion stuff here and there. However, in the decade 2030 to 2040, just assume China's GDP is higher, the world is split east and west more, and there's other countries that have been boosted up, and America's dominance is not as enormous in the world anymore, GDP money-wise. So now there's other power structures forming. So then you can see something like that happening eventually down the track. Obviously, I hope it doesn't happen anytime soon, though. Now, speaking of assets and gold, friends, I want to show you this chart, pretty cool chart. So this gold line is the gold price, and the black line is rate cuts. So you can see when there's rate cuts, gold goes up, okay? Rate cuts, gold goes up. Now, it's not necessarily right that, okay, the rate cut going down makes the gold price go up, because it is half and half a bit. It's just that, okay, they go, okay, you can't get yield from, you know, government bonds anymore because the yield's gone down. They've cut the rates, right? You're not getting like, you know, you're not getting 4% anymore. You're getting only like 1%. So people say, hey, let's go punt gold because I can't get yield anyway. Let's go look for that yield excess. That's one reason. But another reason is when they cut rates, okay, when they start cutting rates, things get bad in the world, and the market, after hitting a point, it's like, okay, it's now so bad they have to print even more money, and it's more inflationary, okay? So they have to put more currency units out there, so gold's value becomes more. As you get to see, there's these pop-ups of gold, okay? That's pretty much what's been happening, and gold has been rising. See these gold parts up 2,300-ish. So yeah, obviously Uncle Peter Schiff is going to be happy, but like if gold's going to that point, why is it going to that point? Okay, rate cuts. Okay, also money printing. Okay, well, we're in the most hypersensitive industry of all time to that, which is crypto, based on the global liquidity index. We can see all of that. And that's pretty much what's most important, friends. So when you see these news and stuff like the Grayscale mini Ethereum ETF, just know that we're on the way. We're on the way to basically just fulfilling our destiny. This is a very, very funny video as well. I don't know what Mrs. Cow here is doing on the roof. Moo! Moo! I said moo! We've had a wardrobe change, friends. Mid-scene. That's exactly what we want to see. Okay, cows flying on the moon. That's pretty much what we want. Okay, get the Ethereum ETF. Get all these Wall Street people to come in. Friends, it's weird. It's like it's almost preordained, but it's kind of like they don't even know they're going to be doing it yet. And what I mean by that is like, we know you're corrupt. We know what you're eventually going to do. It's about what we're so skeptical that we assume that they already know that they're going to do it, but it's probably going to be after an amount of time to do that. It's kind of like if you invite a thief to your house, you know, oh, they're going to steal something. They're going to steal something. But if you talk to them, they haven't been to the house yet. They're like, no, I'm not stealing anything. I'm not stealing anything at all. You're like, I know you're going to steal my gold watch. I know you are, right? So you're thinking that in your head. And they're like, I don't even know you have a gold watch. They go, I don't even know you own anything. And then the thief gets in there looking around like, oh, wow, there's a shiny gold watch over there. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's how we're interpreting all these like Wall Street bug eater insiders and all these. Now, speaking of that Grayscale Ethereum ETF, friends, remember we're waiting for the real one next week as well. Grayscale have launched an AI index, okay? So this AI index has these coins. It has BitTensor, LivePeer, which had last cycle, Filecoin, Near, Render, and it has these decentralized AI. Now, obviously, noobs think, oh, wow, this is the most amazing thing ever. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Grayscale Trust, friends, they're meant to be up-only great stuff. For some reason, they're kind of like, oh, you're kind of like turbo poopy mode now, right? So, interesting. They just want to have the word AI in there. That's why they're in there. They want AI so people can buy something with AI. They're like, oh, I want a crypto AI, decentralized AI. Now, this word decentralized AI here in these tokens is a load of crap, okay? There is no decentralized AI in crypto. Why? It is so inefficient. You're basically, you're blowing CPU, GPU power just to check if the thing's decentralized when people are just doing 50,000 faster things elsewhere. So, I don't know, maybe we're too early. of course, all the tech people are going to say, no, it's the future, it's the future. Okay, bro, I hope it's the future. I'm just telling you, no one knows how to even use your coin. You haven't done anything, and everyone just wants your coin to go up. That's pretty much it. And shout out to whoever out there in the world is making these fat Doomer GF type of pictures out here. So, friends, there's this story that's appeared in the internet. It is Wojak, pretty much. It's Wojak with a fat girlfriend. Okay, so someone's just fortunate. I don't know where it started. It's like this been amazing, like Renaissance mushroom pub. This story that Wojak, he's having premarital fornication relations with the fat Doomer girlfriend, the fat Doomer girl. So she's another like archetype character in the Wojak universe. And yes, he's embarrassed about it. He's embarrassed about it, and people are just making like these hilarious photos of them. And boy, oh boy, are they getting creative. So here he is. I got the bears in my bullseye. So, man, the geniusness of this. This is the type of talent we're looking for. This type of imagination inspiring stuff. These are celebrities, you understand? Wojak and the fat Doomer girl. They are our celebrities. Okay, we're in crypto. It's a brand new pirate island. We don't want these celebrities from the real world. We don't want real humans in this. We want these things to live forever. You know, Bitcoin, fans. Bitcoin's what, 140 years? It's meant to be printing out, into inflation schedule. See what I mean? Like such a long time, like beyond my lifetime. That's what you want. That type of long-lasting character stuff. I also want to show you this, friends. So this is a bit dodgy. There's a Donald Trump stock, Truth Social, right? And apparently, I can't see the data here as well, but apparently there were a lot of shorts. So there was a lot of trading volume before that planned assassination. Now, I don't know if it's confirmed or it's people who either don't know how to read charts or whatever it is. I don't know, but a lot of people are saying, oh yeah, but there's a lot of volume that went through before that. And just to let you know, like, when the towers fell, the Jenga towers, okay, the Jenga towers made of sticks, there were puts put on the airline companies before it. People made a lot of money, and it wasn't just these big insiders making billions. No. There were some people that just made like a couple of million for themselves, like a 3 mil, 2 mil and stuff here and there. So I guess the September 11 one, they needed so many people for the operation that they knew this thing was coming. Okay, people knew this thing was coming. And if you go look up the research for the fancy bananas investigators, and they basically went and they all checked out some of the accounts. They go, oh, we checked out the accounts and we interviewed them, and then we found no foul play. Anyway, close it up. Nothing to see here. That's literally all of them. All of them. There was one name named, I think, one company named, and it's 2001. I bet if you dig deep enough, you can find that company name. You can find the people there. And the internet being what it is today would probably, you could meme it really hard. They could find this. I think there was one dude who slipped up somewhere. One dude. But he might even be dead now because, man, this was like 23 years ago. So maybe he's like an old dude or something. Maybe he's passed away. So obviously they knew something. And of course, they got interviewed in. They said the authorities went into their office and go, oh, hey, how did you know to put on? They go, oh, it was random. It's totally random. Oh, you've never put on a short position like this before. In fact, you've never used options before. Oh, totally random. I just thought airplanes were going to crash in a month from now. You know what I mean? That was back then, before September 11th. So it's wild. Now, friends, and also this other cranky G news, I got to play as well. This is funny. This is funny. So Dr. Craig Wright. So Satoshi. So friends, obviously, I joke if you're new to the game. So Dr. Craig Wright is obviously, he's not Satoshi Nakamoto. He role plays as him in a very nefarious way. He's got BSV, so it's Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision, which is forked for Bitcoin Cash, which is bought for Bitcoin. So Craig Wright, I call him as a joke. It's like one of the meme jokes, like, yes, you are Satoshi, yes. Okay, so BSV. So a judge has ordered him to pin this to his Twitter. Legal notice. Dr. Craig Stephen Wright is not Satoshi Nakamoto. This, I did not know, friends. I did not know a judge can pretty much order you to do something like this, or you go to jail. I had no idea that they could actually do this. If you're in the legal industry, please let me know. I did not know a judge can tell you, hey, you are to wear fluffy slippers for the next 18 hours. I did not know they could just do things like that. He has to, this article that he had to paste and pin on his Twitter. Look, on May 2024, Dr. Wright was found by the High Court of England and Wales to have been dishonest in his claims to have been the person behind the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin. The court found that Dr. Wright lied to the court extensively and repeatedly in his evidence, and that he attempted to create a false narrative by forging documents on a grand scale and presenting them in evidence. Overall, all these lies and forged documents were in support of his biggest lie, his claim to be Satoshi Nakamoto. So, I mean, that's crazy, right? So, you're basically, man, that's like, ringing you. It reminds me of the Middle Ages times. This guy's a coward. Like, basically, like, take him to the village. Let everyone know this guy's a coward. So, that's actually, I don't think we'd ever see that. What else can they order you? Are there legal limitations? Can they tell you to do drugs? I wonder, what can the judge tell you to do or not to do? Also, when it comes to Craig Wright and all these fans, remember, Craig Wright, whenever someone would say, this is the wildest part of all, whenever someone would say, you're not Satoshi, he would literally sue you. I think he's got a lot of money. Obviously, he's an OG Bitcoin guy. He's like, so he's got a lot of money, and he sued a lot of people just for saying you're basically not Satoshi. And the people would pick a random, just always pick people out there. People got scared basically to say stuff to him. But then here it is. I guess we have now the conclusion of it. I wonder what happens to BSV, the coin. Let's check it out. And I think I can actually see when the court ordered that he's not Satoshi. You can see this big capitulation down another 27%. This is BSV on the USDT chart. But actually, friends, remember this USDT chart. So this is the weekly, as you can see right here. The real chart you always want to look at is the BTC ratio. That is most important. And yes, that is pretty much it. It's like just dies a death. That's it. It drops all the way down here, down 98%. And yeah, man, I know. As soon as, friends, I have it too. Whenever I see something down 98%, I'm like, oh, well, that's not the worst chart I've seen. Hex went down 99%. I know. That's why if Hex, see, friends, when it comes to this chart, okay, if Hex ends up going up like this, right, does that chart pattern, people will say, how did you know? They will say that. They'll say, how did you know? How did you have these mystical powers to know that this thing was going to go up? By the way, so this is the P-Hex chart. Obviously, it's down 98, 99%. If you remove E-Hex, P-Hex is down 99% pretty much. Okay, depending on the airdrop. It's down 98, 99%. Doesn't really matter when you add the yield or not. Like, we don't add the yields to Bitcoin and Ethereum, you know what I mean, on their chart. Does that seem fair? So, 100x for P-Hex puts it up to 55 cents. It'll be like 50 billion market cap non-origin address at that point in time. And the Pulse Chain Sacrifice wallet has 170,000 ETH. Worth 1.2 billion if Ethereum is $7,000. So you always have these strong fundamentals. You have the community, active community. But yeah, just so you know, go, oh, why is one chart bad and one chart is not as bad? So obviously you never want to be down 98%. That's why even Richard said, hey, any coin that goes down more than 95% is complete trash. Not a good look. His words, right? That's why everybody's basically in panic mode and selling Hex and trying to abandon. But hey, the community's not going anywhere. So that's what it comes down to. You have, friends, remember my key competitive edges, getting stuff on a DEX, okay? You can't even get BSV on a DEX. You can get Hex on a DEX, okay? So tick to Hex there. Point number 2, the competitive edge of an active community. Okay, so BSV does have an active community, but I mean, compare it to the size of, I guess, Hex. There's 170 content creators, 70 streamers. There's a Hex conference every year. There's no BSV conference every year, okay? So comparing to all that, so another tick to Hex. Okay, that's pretty much it. The third one is information asymmetry. Okay, well, Richard has 170,000 ETH that he's already started to inject. So that's the information asymmetry. Like, oh, I have high suspicion odds that he's going to inject again and pump Hex price chart. Okay, there's another tick to there. Whereas Craig Wright's probably, he basically has a lot of the BSV tokens that are just value extracting. Okay, so there you go. And developers. Okay, there's no developers, but there you go. So it's 3 ticks to the Hex camp and then 0 ticks just crosses to the BSV camp. So if Hex recovers, remember, friends, I mean, it's a crazy one. It doesn't mean that thing has to recover. It's just like, okay, knowing the information I have today, I have to stack the heavier side on Hex. That's that's how I think about it. Because you never ever say, therefore, Hex has to go up because of these things. No, it doesn't have to do anything. For example, Peppy went to 6 billion. It flipped the entire Pulse Chain ecosystem by 3x. All it is a meme coin. Has no features, has no founder, pretty much. It is what it is, okay? So you never ever just say, okay, let's conclude this because the market is chaotic randomness. And friends, as well, let's move on to Vitalik. Vitalik has posted an article about being against choosing your political allegiance on who is pro-crypto. But first, let's have this funny part, right? So Vitalik just issued a devastating burn on autism capital. So Vitalik, friends, he says this article, against choosing your political allegiances based on who is pro-crypto. And he goes, damn it, Vitalik. So Autism Capital, they just did that. It's a very, very popular influencer channel. They have 200,000 followers as well. And then Vitalik, I don't understand why you're still doing your current Twitter strategy. I feel like you kind of fell off 2 years ago. In my opinion, you either be an honorable intellectual or you go full inverse bra. Your content approach fails at both. Neither clever nor funny. Now, I mean, dude, a 4,000 IQ, it's over. It's over, friends. Get the fire extinguisher because the amount of burn that we have to basically set this guy is on fire too much. So it's just funny to see. By the way, what's Vitalik doing? Vitalik is engaging with the community more. That's what he's doing. Why? ETH BTC's crap. That's why. ETH BTC ratio is poop. Sol ETH has been strong for a long time. Okay, ETH BTC has been down for a long, long time. ETH BTC hasn't made a new high since 2017. So he's been giving more speeches at Brussels. At Brussels, the Ethereum conference, he gave like 10 custom community speeches, different topics. He's also engaging on Twitter more. Okay, so this is your friend Tommy observations, friends. No one, you're not going to find any other, like anyone else with a microphone that's firstly fluffy like mine or has a posture like me or elbows just pointy. No one else is going to actually say to you, hey, Vitalik's doing this and that. No. It's, friends, it's community engagement to try pump the bags. That's it. Now, he's not going to necessarily say, hey, I want to pump the bags. It's just Vitalik saying like, oh, what Ethereum doesn't have is what people are saying is in Solana. Because I'm sure Vitalik is reading. He's like, oh, why are people liking Solana more? He's like, oh, because here's the thing, friends. This is the funny part. Vitalik's reading their messages. They just want shitcoin trading. That's what people want. They want meme coins that go up. They want coins that go up. Okay, but Vitalik's like, hey, but we could have coins that go up. We had SHIB and stuff, right? But then Solana's a new camp, a new field. So he's probably looking at like, why are they actually paying attention to Solana land and not them? And then they'll say like, oh, they cater to me, and there's people that engage with me and stuff. And so that's why Vitalik's probably trying to get a feel and trying to get closer to the crowd. Also, shout out to my friend Jay Plush. I love this. Obviously, friends, I want to play the whole song, but yeah, that Habibi song, that gets flagged in 2 seconds as well. So it's very, very popular. Now, I have the most important part from Vitalik's articles. I'll put them here. So what he basically says is, friends, this is just a whole synopsis of his article. It's very interesting. He just basically says, you know, you shouldn't just vote on someone if they're pro-crypto. He goes, because you should figure out if the stuff that even allows crypto to exist is supported by them. Like he goes, for example, if you want to go to a conference with your friends, is someone even going to let your friend in the country if they're from another country? You know, that type of policy and stuff. He talks about the cypherpunks and all these, and he gives some bullet points. He goes, what he believes in: freedom and privacy of communication, okay? Freedom and privacy-friendly digital identity. Freedom and privacy of thought. High-quality access to information. So he's even talking about, he goes, AI is going to regulate our thoughts in the future, which is obviously, that's probably very true, right? AI will be regulating our thoughts, friends. Also, AI, friends, it's going to be so obvious. You know, all our, even our Twitter feed, Facebook feed, news feed, it's all going to be AI in terms of the words that the AI is choosing to use to replace. So imagine like you make an article, it goes through an AI filter. Like there might be websites, everything has to be AI filtered and sponsored by the government. So if you have certain words, they're changing it to another way. And the government's like, hey, always water this down. Anything about this topic has to be watered down. Okay, then we all have to start speaking in metaphors and stuff. You see, you can definitely see that's the path of the future forward. He also speaks about digital identity, which is a bit strange because, like, you know, look, a lot of people as well, when they saw this article by Vitalik, they think, oh, are you a Joe Biden guy because you're triple vaxxed? That's pretty much it. That's why everyone's been dunking on Vitalik for that. But, like, I just want to let everyone know, okay, friends, I'm not a political person, just throwing out facts. The Republican Party, they have a policy that's pro-crypto. Okay, now here's the thing. Yes, it's not actions, of course, we know that. But they're trying, man. They're trying, and they allow freedom to mine Bitcoin. They want to remove anti-crypto law. Just look, here's the thing, man. They're saying the words crypto. That's it. Now, obviously, Vitalik said, hey, you got to look at other policies. Yeah, but bro, the deep state just tried to put a bullet in Trump's head. You understand? They actually did put a bullet in his head, just went through the ear. Okay, they put the corner of his head. They shot at his head. So I don't know, man. I just don't know how you can say, well, okay, deep state, that's cool. I personally, this is just how I feel. All right, and I'm just a peanut brain. Who cares about me? But I think if you vote for the blue team, the Democrats, in this election, you are basically saying to the deep state, oh, don't worry. If you don't like something, you'll just kill the other guy. And I accept that. That's how I feel. All right. Now, I'm not stupid. Okay. Oh, I kind of am. I really am. I'm going to use an analogy out here, friends. Yeah, there is no perfect synopsis, but look at this. Okay. This is it. US presidential election is a game of Russian roulette where you choose the gun. The Democrats' gun is fully loaded with 6 bullets. The Republicans' gun is loaded with only 3 bullets. It's not ideal, but it's all we got. You know, in Russian roulette, friends, you load the bullets in the chamber, you spin it. Okay, well, to me, Democrats is like, okay, all the chambers are loaded. I'm dying anyway, you know. And with Donald Trump's is like, okay, you're a bull in a china shop. Okay, maybe, yeah, about 3 out of 6 bullets. Okay, sweet. You know what I mean? Like, but at least, okay, you got to take a shot somewhere. That's how I feel. And, you know, obviously, friends, look, I love every single one. I'm just telling you now. Yeah, I could be more on side with, you know, hey, let's not just vote someone because they're pro-crypto. I could be more on side with that if all you, my baby dolls, bought Ethereum at $8 and all of you were sitting on a minimum net worth of like 1.4 million or something. Yeah, then we can start talking about, hey, how do we want society to move forward? All right, but that's not the reality for most of you. The reality for most of you is if you didn't have me awareing you of meme coins, altcoins, observations, going back to this hard field research, the groundwork, hours and hours and thousands of hours. We go back to CoinMarketCap, Snapshot, friends. I'm literally, my language and my words and my theories and my thoughts are being shared around all these other mainstream YouTube influencers. I know they're watching. They'll watch my channel. It's funny. Some of them, I'm bagging them out on my channel. They still have to watch. That's the funniest part. My content is that good, highest value content in crypto, that I'm literally watching this guy. I'm like, oh man, I wonder if he saw that episode where I literally just shit on him for 25 minutes. I'm not joking, brother. I'm not joking. Okay? There's multiple of them. Because I know what they did is wrong. Okay, I'm not going to back down. What? Because you got money and influence? No, screw you. Okay. See, this type of stuff, friends, I'm here doing it for you. And I'm very, very aware that, okay, decentralization principles and on-chain governance tokens, yeah, it's great, bro. But you're 3 billion market cap. And I know how liquidity works. And I know the millions and millions of people out there, okay, just by some field evidence, they don't give a shit about that verdict, okay? They're here for the number go up, the green candle and stuff. So, you know, you might want to look back and go, well, maybe the on-chain governance and all these other utility stuff, all the super techie stuff that it's advancing the world forward. Yes, it is. Okay, with all that speculation. Maybe they are more stable. Maybe you are safer in them. By the way, nothing in crypto is safe. Maybe you're safer in them. Yeah, that's a good theory until your friend Tommy here, once again, highest value content in crypto, just shows you that all the charts are freaking correlated. It's just that the meme coins go up 10x. This one goes up 2x, and they both drop 80% together. Okay? It happened in the bear market. It happens in mini bull markets. It happens in the Bitcoin halving year. And it sucks, man. It sucks. I don't like that world. Friends, I would absolutely love if cash flow positive crypto was going up during the downtimes. I would love that. You would love that. Oh my gosh, you have some sort of like diversification out here. They don't, man. And the worst part is they don't just drop. It's not like when the market's down. Let's say your meme coin's down, like, oh, it's down 75% from the high. It's not like that cash flow positive product is down 2%. No, it's down 70% as well. Like, what the hell? So it is what it is, friends. We're literally in a new paradigm. That's it. We're in a new environment. It's a new island. How people are allocating currency units, they are different to how people are doing it out there in the real world with this cash flow positivity stuff, okay? It is what it is. So people want to argue with it. I mean, good luck. I mean, we've already found the answers here thousands and thousands of times. If the market's going to change its opinion, sweet, we'll change with it. But until then, you stay long, you stay strong, confirm friendship, like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you in the next one.